Howdy everybody, David here, and this is another Fantasy Age basic rule tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to talk about a portion of the races section from pages 10 to 14 in the basic rule book, and this is going to deal with mixing the races, sort of like a half-elf, your traditional type of half-elf, which in Fantasy Age there are 6 core races. There is the elf, the dwarf, the gnome, the halfling, the human, and the orc. And there are no half races in this game, but it does give you this mixed heritage characters option here to create your own half races. So we're going to take a look at that right now. Now, some campaign settings include mixed heritage characters, such as your most traditional half-elf, to pick an example from Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, and numerous other tabletop games out there. Exactly which races can procreate together varies depending on the setting, so talk to your dungeon master or game master, whatever you decide to call this person, about what you'd like to do before making such a character and see if he or she approves what you want to do, as long as you stay within the 6 core races of the basic rulebook. First, you can create a character of mixed heritage easily enough with the rules, and the first thing you do is you decide what race in your character is going to have the dominant heritage. And then when you do that, you will use that race's basic rules with one exception. When you roll on, on this chart down here, for the elf benefits or human benefits, these two are just 2 races that I have for example. Depending on what you want to be the dominant races, instead of rolling twice, you will only roll once. And then for your less dominant portion of your race, you will take and roll an additional d6. So you'll still roll a d6 twice, but you'll only roll once on the dominant race and the less dominant race. So that's how you basically determine what your half race is going to be. So the book actually gives us an example, and this is where Kate wants to play a characters who were basically a more traditional half-elf, where elf and human are mixed. Now, she decided that she wanted her characters' elven heritage to be the dominant race of the mixture. So first thing, while making her character, she's going to use the elf rules. Now, this is everything that pertains out of the basic rule book about the elf. There's lore, elf names, here's all of the bonuses that you're going to get for playing an elf, which is actually pretty robust. All of the races get quite a few benefits, and even the human, and I really like that about Fantasy Age. So, up here is Kate. She's chosen her elf. She's going to get to add her dex ability +1. She's going to get to choose an ability focus between these. She's going to get dark sight. She's going to calculate her speed to 12 plus her dex with any other kind of negative modifiers for armor. She'll speak and read Elven and Common, and then here's where it differs. Now it says here roll twice, but remember we talked about with the variant rule, you're only going to roll once on the elf benefits. Now you're going to roll a 12-sided, well, 2d6. My apologies on that. And then you'll roll once. So if you roll a 7, which I believe in the example she rolled a 7 or 8 because she got an accuracy, as you can see here. So she would raise her accuracy score to 1, and then she would roll 2d6 on the human benefits table, seeing that the human is the minor mix of the 2 races. And she rolled +1 to strength, so that means that she would have rolled a 12. So there you go. It's really easy to create half races. The half races in any Fantasy Age game. You can even make a dwarf where you would be dominant, orc or dwarf, and in the opposite, you would choose on the tables, you'd roll from once on 2d6 on dwarf, once 2d6 on orc. It's simple as that, everybody. It's super easy. Make sure your GM, he or she, approves before doing so, and have some fun with it. It's not game breaking. It's It's really nice. I think it's a nice little twist, another nice little twist with the Fantasy Age core system. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave a comment down below. Also, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And until next time, good gaming, and I'll see you then.